how do we start this over again, man? Ethan, thank you very much for making another appearance.
No problem, dude.
So, how do you say your last name, by the way?
Grothe.
Grothe. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just like you just pronounce it instead of it being silent.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's cool. Hell yeah, dude. Um, Thank you again for being on. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to have you on. This is exactly the kind of shit I want to talk about. Um,
Thanks, man.
to do this a second time, it's like, all right, how do I remember all those questions? But let's start somewhere easy, and that's where are you from, and how did you get started? I know you're out there in Chicago,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Chicago's home to me. I moved around a little bit when I was a kid, but I was born in Texas and I lived in Michigan for a while. And I started riding when I moved from Michigan to the Chicagoland area, and I skated before that. And then uh, the kids I met at my new school all rode BMX, and so I wanted to ride. I started riding their bikes, and it was more fun.
mm-hmm.
And so my parents got me a Fit Complete when they got a income tax check.
Do you remember which model?
I don't remember what model, but I know it was white frame, black parts, and gold rims.
Yo, as far as I'm
And
concerned, it
this,
was an Eddie Cleveland complete dog. I
it
don't know.
could have been. It could have been. I don't remember which one it was, but
Right.
I was pretty hyped on it. And then I went down like the rabbit hole of like buying stuff off Dan's Comp, and by the time I replaced the frame with a new frame, my parents were pissed, and that was like in a year.
Wow. So, if anybody doesn't know who I'm talking to right now, you recently had a section in the new Animal Let 'em have it video.
Mm-hmm.
You've done a bunch of videos before that, including
Yep.
the Let's Roast Cycles bike shop video.
Yep.
Um,
That was
so
the first full length DVD I've ever made.
right, and you didn't. We were talking about before, like you had a camera, but you didn't. You didn't mess with stuff until later or something like that. You didn't actually start filming until later.
Um, I filmed. I think I had told you that my buddy had a camera,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and we made little stuff in the beginning of high school, and by the end of high school, that buddy who had the camera had like moved away for college, and so I got a digital camera, and I was planning to use it when I went to college. Um, and so I filmed a bunch of little things on that with my buddies, and then I think in 2015 I got a VX 2100.
Oh right. So you that's right. You skipped over the tape, but then you went back. So
Yeah,
you started
yeah,
with a
yeah.
mirrorless camera,
Mm-hmm.
and then you eventually learned about the rocker zoom, and you didn't have to. You
Yeah.
didn't. You never had to fuck with tapes though. You only had to use the cards, right?
No, I had a VX for 7 years,
No, but
and
it
yeah,
shot the card though. I'm saying.
no, I had a regular VX with tapes, DVC
Oh, so you did
tapes.
have to capture the tapes.
Yeah, so
Oh man.
for
Right.
that entire Let's Roast video is all VX.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the waffle stuff we did before that was all VX as well. I got my first VX so I could film clips for the waffles videos.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was called Chicken and Waffles, right? There's Chicken and
Yep.
Waffles 1 and 2.
Yep.
Yeah, also good.
And there's three.
What?
There's a third one that's out.
It just came out?
Like a year ago.
Oh, come on, man. I got so much homework to do.
It's okay.
It's cool though because I'm like uncapping like more good shit. It's like sometimes you think like there's you've seen all the new edits and you're like, Man, what else is there to watch if you're trying to pull something up? So
Yeah,
this is cool that I'm like finding a whole bunch of cool stuff to check out. I'm gonna put all this stuff
yeah.
in the show notes. Make sure everybody goes and checks it out.
That that Waffles video, Waffles 3, there's a clip in there that's like one of the best clips I've ever gotten.
Uh,
And it's a pretty old one,
should we pull it
but
up?
if you want to,
Yeah,
sure.
let's pull it up. That's the magic of the internet here, right?
Yeah. So this Waffles part is like before my Let's Roast DVD part. I filmed all that stuff before my Let's Roast DVD part, but it came out um, after the Let's Roast DVD. So it's like all the stuff that like was building up to that.
Right.
I think it
Okay.
might be on Dig.
Come on, dig. Quick mix. 4 words. Chicken and waffles 2.
It should
PMX.
just be Waffles 3.
Waffles 2.
I know it's out there.
Let's go to dig.
Here, I can try to find it. Maybe send you the link.
Waffles 3 full video.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, and look how young I am in that thumbnail. It's crazy.
There you
It's
go.
crazy.
From there to
Watching,
there.
huh?
I said from here to here. I
I
was like
know.
moving the mouse cursor.
I don't know what minute marker I'm at.
Oh, is this gonna? Okay.
That whole video's sick though. John G. Worked on that for a long time.
So John G made it.
Yeah,
Shout out to him. We're gonna put this in the notes for sure.
I think I'm like maybe the third part.
Alex W.
Uh,
How do you say his last name?
Deliba.
Deliba.
Yeah,
Oh man, I was saying it all wrong for way too long. Deliba. Yo.
yeah.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, there it is.
Here, we're gonna put it over here, and it'll be a little bit bigger. So I think you can. Yeah, dude. If you use the arrow key on the thing for while you got YouTube paused, you can move frame by frame.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So hit like on the video. I was already subscribed to this channel too. Did you get to pick the music for this? Sorry.
No, John just did his thing.
Sick.
Yeah, it's weird for me to watch this stuff because it's like it feels like I'm a different person in this stuff.
That long ago.
Yeah, like just by the bikes and the outfits and how little I looked. That's my buddy Josh.
Damn. I love shit like that. Grinding over crazy shit.
Yeah, stoppers are fun. They get your wheels pretty good though.
Yeah.
Blowout spokes.
Nice. Feeble, backwards feeble.
That I'm stoked on that one.
The
That
sign
one
tire ride was sick.
Yeah. I'm stoked on that one too. That was in Cali.
Here, I'll rewind it back a frame. I might have gone a little too far, but
That's okay.
Feeble Manny 1 got the half cab off.
It's like after that sign tire ride, there's a
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I was real hyped on. I was scared.
Dude.
I don't do tire rides very often. That's only like a bike length, so it's like I chicken nugged it too.
Oh yeah, that's ooh. Yeah. No one's gonna be one upping that. Maybe somebody will nose bonk bar it eventually one day, but that's just coming
Sam
for every
Jones
spot.
did.
Sam Jones did.
Yeah,
Oh, that's sick. Of all people,
yeah. I think Timmy Manuel did too,
he would. That's sick.
and Daliba crank armed it, which is real sick. That's in his part in this video.
Oh fuck! Everybody just crushes this sign then.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's a pretty sick setup. Like there's a wide ledge that goes all the way up to it, and it's only about like a foot and a half gap to it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not that bad, but it's just the other side of it is what's scary. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a tall drop.
I had a really bad experience with a narrow ledge ride.
But this one, that one I was real stoked on.
The
Switch
wall
wall
ice.
ice,
Oh
and
shit.
I forget what it's right after this one. Yeah, this one.
Damn.
That one was, yeah, wall ices are always scary, but the switch one was something I wanted for a while.
Yo, that clip was pretty crazy too. I have a name for this trick. I'm curious what you call it.
Uh, Behringer?
Okay, that's a great name too. I didn't even think of that. He does do that shit. I always called it a lazy ice pick. Just when you drag it, not in a bad way, not a derogatory way. It's just like a cool technique because with the drop off to me is like that's the part that I wouldn't have been able to commit
Yeah, that was scary. I
to.
mean, it wasn't that bad. It was like a little nollie, but
Yeah, to the uninitiated, it's terrifying.
yeah, I call that a lazy nose manual.
Which one?
The Behringer. You got
Oh,
something holding your back end up. It's like a
ah,
lazy nose.
that's a good. That's a great way to put it. Lazy nose.
I wish I could do that trick again.
The blunts to fakies.
The no, the fakie wall, the backward slider.
Yeah.
I once I switched to cassette, I kind of like lost that one. I got to figure that out
Oh.
again.
Oh, so when did you switch to cassette?
I think in 2020. But I started on a cassette and then
Right.
rode Free Coaster for a long time and then went back. This one right here. This is the
Yo.
one.
Yo.
Yeah, opposite, grind, switch, curb, triple kink.
Let's run that back, Tebow. Oh yeah, we were playing this in half speed last time we watched this too, when we were watching the other edits.
Mm-hmm.
If you're cool with that, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
It might fuck with the music, so we can always switch it back to regular. But you're going opposite down a set of stairs, then it curves around the flat part a little bit, and then it goes down another set that also curves even more, and then that
Yeah,
goes to
the whole thing is curved. The down rails are curved, the flats are curved, the set's curved.
Holy shit!
It's
So
all curved.
so is even the first part? Yeah, the whole thing is curved.
Yeah, and that the
Wow.
first part of that rail is like totally rusted and blown out. And we were shoving like all kinds of sticks and rocks and whatever in there to make it sturdy so I could just like balance to get going into it.
Yeah, and it looks like it's supported by being hung off the ledge.
Mm-hmm.
That's prime for you know breakage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is like, I'm not really a rail guy, and this is like the best rail clip I'm probably ever going to get.
Hey man, we gotta celebrate your wins, man.
Yeah.
So you're not goofy footed at all.
No.
Damn.
That's just other regular, as Charlie calls it. Charlie
Yeah.
Crumlish.
Yeah. Exactly. But so what? Since opposite rails aren't really, if rails aren't really your thing, and you're not goofy footed, what drew you to this?
Um, I just thought the rail was so sick. I just wanted to grind it.
You just had to get a piece.
Yeah, and Doyle grinded it regular, and this dude
Nice.
Sean Arata grinded it regular,
Sean
but he's
Arata.
goofy footed.
Yeah.
Have you heard that name?
Yeah, dude. He had a signature frame from FBM called the Capone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that dude's sick.
Fuck yeah. Is he still around?
Yeah,
Sick. Does he still pedal?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know him personally, but I know he's still uh, doing his thing. I
Right
see him
on.
on Instagram sometimes.
Oh shit, yeah. I might even follow him for all I remember, but I'm just never on it. But that's
Yeah,
cool.
and Deliba grinded that rail too. He grinded it regular. The first day we went there to grind, like I wanted to do the switch grind. Um, I was riding it with Deliba, just like going back and forth, and he ended up grinding the whole thing.
Mm,
And I kept getting to that second flat and just getting like thrown out and running down the bank.
right here.
So I'd get to there and then like run down this bank.
All right.
And I don't know, on that last one I just held on. But I went back to that 2 other times. It took 3 times of going there.
Wow.
And this is like right on a really busy like lake path by a beach. So
Mm-hmm.
there's just always people and bikes, and down here is like where you land into is
Yeah.
like a tunnel that people walk through and then go right up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be like trying to go hit the rail, and then you'll just see someone pop out of the corner starting to like go up those stairs,
Wow.
and you just got to stop and turn around. So the second day I went there, it was so busy that you couldn't even get a go in.
Oh.
And then so we just came back like I think like a year later. And we went in like the fall time, so it was, less busy.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me like 2 hours, something like that. Of just like getting into it, jumping out, getting in and jumping out.
Damn. All at the same exact spot.
Yeah, at this spot. Yeah.
I mean, like at the same spot of the rail.
No, not. I mean, sometimes I would jump out like right when I got into it.
Gotcha.
Other times I would ride down the stairs because I was leaned too far out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a thinner square rail, and sometimes when you're too far leaned over, it would like bite a groove into my peg, and it would like make my bike stop like right when I hit the flat, and I would just kind of just like get pitched over and jump out of it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. That one was a battle for sure.
Is that your ender to this section then?
Yeah.
Okay. So I won't spoil the rest of Waffles 3. We'll leave it in the show notes. But it's definitely appears to be a hitter.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good shit in there.
Fuck.
Timmy's section in there is unreal.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Fuck. Now I'm even more excited, dude. I gotta be honest, I didn't get a chance to watch all of the Let's Roast video. If you're into it, would you mind watching it with me?
Yeah, that's cool.
And if we
how much do you have left of it?
I was halfway through Timmy's section, and then
okay,
if that's cool with you,
yeah, let's do it.
And then if anything interesting comes up, we can use it. If not, we'll save it for after.
Word.
But
yeah, I mean, for me, it's like since I filmed all this stuff, it's like all like good memories, Like seeing filming a homie pull a clip is like just as exciting as me getting a clip.
Oh yeah, especially when you got a bunch of hitters.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like everyone out here is pretty sick, and I feel like not too many people know about it.
I mean, I feel like I don't see Timmy enough.
Yeah, I mean it's almost like you gotta try to find it though.
Mm-hmm.
Like with this video, we were working on that for like 3 years. So like 3 years of his riding and footage is like being saved for this. And then you gotta like know where to go find it. And same thing with the waffle stuff. Like he was filming that waffles section for like 5 years, 6 years.
Holy shit.
And it's really good. Really good.
Damn. Fuck. Damn it, Timmy. He's one of my favorite people to watch ride. I gotta be completely, totally honest. Even the 1-3 he does in this, it's like he didn't 3 just to clear the gap. He popped up that motherfucker and then went down. Like,
yeah,
it's
crazy,
so
dude.
Good. I'm writing this shit down, man.
I've seen him do a 3 that is just out of this world.
He's so fucking good, dude.
And it's for that Gully Factory video that Tony's been working on for forever.
Oh, shit. So that's still...
And it still hasn't seen the light of day, but it's the sickest thing I've ever seen. It's so crazy.
Well, I guess before we go further into the Let's Roast video, why don't we talk about how that even got started, how you got in there, and how that came to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I was doing I should say, like, I graduated high school and I moved to the city, and I went to like an art school up here in the city.
Was it for communications? Something like
no,
that?
It was for fine arts.
Fine arts. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice. So you know how to mix paint and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I used to make a lot of art, and I used to have an apartment that had like a downstairs mini basement, and I had it like turned into a paint studio, and I was making a lot of paintings. And then when me and my girlfriend moved in together, we got like a regular 2-bedroom, and now most of the art stuff I'm doing is like digital video and mostly riding.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
yeah,
I was already riding with like John G and Alex Emig and Alex DeLiba. We were all kind of from the same area in the suburbs of Chicago, and we all grew up riding at the same like prefab park. So when I moved to the city, Let's Roast Cycles opened up at the same time.
right?
And we started riding together with Timmy and Trent McDaniel, and we formed the Waffles crew. And we made the first one, and then we premiered the second one at Let's Roast. And that's when Logan, the owner, asked me if I wanted to be on the shop team.
Sick.
So I had been on the shop team for a while, and they were talking about wanting to make a video, and I was like, I'm down to do it. And they were stoked, and we put 3 years of work into it, and it came out like that, and we were pretty hyped on it. So we've been working on the second one since the end of this one.
Wow. So there's a whole second Let's Roast video on the way eventually.
Yeah. Hoping for the end of this year.
All right. End of this year. Cool. So we'll have to have you come back on. We'll hype it up. We'll get some
Sick.
eyeballs ready for it. That'd be cool. All right.
We can also, if you want, talk about For the Birds.
The Birds.
I don't know if you watched that one.
For the Birds.
It was my first animal part.
That was your first animal part?
Uh-huh.
Fucking A. I'm writing it down right now. We should watch that too. If you're
it's crazy. Like in a 2-year span, I had a bunch of parts come out that I had been working on for. I mean, I'm pretty much always working on something. So like Waffles, I finished that, and then kind of like lagged behind, and then by the time I was done with my roast video, Waffles came out like 6 months later, and then I had been working on that for the birds part like 6 months after my Let's Roast part came out, and then got on Animal
Yeah.
at the same time of when the For the Birds part dropped, and then put 6 months into the Let 'em Have 'em part. So then it was, you know, 2 video parts came out in a 6 month span, and then 2 video parts came out in like a 6 month span.
Yo, I want to make an infographic for this, just to show people like how, saving your footage, really storing it away, putting it to something cool, making it something you can sink your teeth into. Doesn't always get released chronologically if you're really you're doing timeless shit. Like all this stuff is enjoyable to watch. It doesn't look like it's ever going to get old. It's
Hell
classic
yeah.
stuff.
Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like I started writing before all the Instagram stuff came up.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's almost like in my nature to do it this way.
Right.
Because like I made edits and videos with my friends for fun before Instagram came out, and that was like for us to enjoy. It wasn't to impress anybody online.
Yeah.
So like I still keep that with me, and honestly, it's easier that way to me. Like the Instagram stuff is kind of stresses me out.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I agree.
so it's like, and I had times where I'd go back and look through Instagram and I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I wish I filmed that,
Right. Yeah.
But it just is what it is.
And I always tell people like you can always post the clip after.
Yeah.
Like if you're really stoked on something, then it's like putting $1 in your wallet and saving it until you have $20, and then you can get something cooler out of it.
Yeah, that's a good analogy for it.
It's shred currency or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, and I don't know. It's just if it's personal,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to share that stuff that's really personal to me just like out in the open for anybody to eat up and like forget about in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I feel you on that. I put a lot of heart and soul into the intro of our full-length video, and the lyrics in the song say no one cares, it's easier to quit. Like,
oh yeah, that's sick.
As the intro to a completely like nobody's on a company full-length video, it's like we're a bunch of nobodies and I'm saying no one cares, it's easier to quit.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's the best shit though. Like, I mean, it just shows like how much you really care about it. And I don't know, it makes me think, because I've been able to travel with Ryan, and that No Days Off Act Like You Know video got nominated for a Nora Cup.
right.
And not a single one of them were getting funding for a brand or anything like that. But it's just, they did it themselves and they were that passionate about it, and it shows. That's why they got nominated. It's still some of like the most groundbreaking writing. And that was pretty old then.
Yeah. Instant classic, really.
Yeah.
I remember getting the package in the mail when I was living in Rochester, and I was like, man, this shit looks official as fuck for a bunch of people that I never seen their names like real big before. I know I heard of Howard a couple times before that, but I think that's the only one.
You probably like had to know.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't get to buy that video. Like I was too young. It came out before I was collecting DVDs, but I found someone to buy one off of, and it like had the number of how many were boxed and printed, and I was like, wow, this is so sick.
Like there's something to be said about taking not stepping on it, respecting the craft. And I think that's something that they've always done with all of their videos. And when I was making fucks with it, it was like I had the bummiest camera, I had the bummiest computer, I had the bummiest lens. So the only thing I had left to put in this video was heart and soul.
Hell yeah. I mean,
Oh
that's the raw
shit.
shit, though. You don't need it to look like
Oh,
$1 million production, you know?
I mean,
As long as you can see what's going on and it's
yeah,
filmed good,
to some degree. I mean,
good music, good writing, that's all you need.
it is what it is, and you know, I look back on it, I'm like, yeah, you know, like when somebody rolls away or when they're coming into the clip, like I think I've heard Charlie call it heads and tails. You want to cut down the heads and the tails. You don't want to have the clip draw out too long. You can leave the draw out for dramatic effect, but like some people cut it really quick. Like I look back on that whole video, I'm like, man, we dragged out every clip we fucking could just to finish this song out. It was rough.
Yeah, that's when things get hard.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and we filmed for that for
what
like
I
5
do
years.
is I like before I drop it in any kind of timeline, I cut it where like I want to just see it on its own,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll
Right.
put it in a timeline, and then you can make like little micro adjustments from there.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. Should I hit play this or should we keep going? Because I can keep
Yeah,
going.
fuck it, play it. You definitely want to see Emig's part. Emig's part's really good.
Dude, dinosaurs? Count me in.
Yeah. So me and Emig,
Oh shit.
we've been homies since high school, and we still ride and film today, and it's sick.
So he's around the same age as you?
Yeah, he's a year younger than me, but at this point we're the same age.
Mm-hmm.
We both went through it all together, so
Right.
there's like no difference at this point.
Alex,
But yeah, he was like, me and him, like I told you, we rode that prefab park together.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him were the ones that like wanted to go ride street, and like most of the people were still riding the ramps, and like we would leave the skate park and go ride street together.
Right.
And like some of those first videos I made when I got my first camera were with Emig.
Damn.
I got absolutely bodied trying to film that.
Oh my god, clipping on the rail?
I was trying to skate that corner around the rail, and I fucking died.
Dude. Oh my god, how'd you just do that? You ran up the stairs?
I like popped the board up while he was going, and then I ran up the stairs and jumped back on.
Dude. You're on a different level, man. That's...
I mean, it was all shaky, and I don't know, I just tried to follow him.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, it's not as shaky as it seems, you know? And you luck out.
That was, like, one of his first manual 180 clips. But
Really?
it was sick. He crooked a rail and manual 180 this set. It was sick.
Yo. He's got a really good style, too. Is he tall?
He's not that tall.
Mm-hmm.
He's, like, just under 6 foot.
Mm-hmm. I got the music turned down. I can't. Am I gonna fuck myself? There we go. So I'll keep all my questions about this part related to this part. Maybe we can chop this up as like a bonus section that we drop this little conversation right before the second one comes out, because that way we don't blow it.
All good.
Blow your wad. Talking about wads, this guy's laying down some fat ones.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
He's fucking sick.
Is he hooked up by anybody now?
Just the bike shop.
Wow.
He's that silent killer. He doesn't put himself out there. He doesn't post nothing. He just fucking gets it done in the streets. That's all he cares about.
Mm-hmm. You gotta respect that.
Fuck yeah. And he works hard for his shit. Like, out of anyone that would give up And after it's been like however long, like he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't give up. And that's something I got from him
Mm-hmm.
because we filmed together, and I'm not giving up on him filming. And then when it's my turn to go, he doesn't give up on me when he films me. So
Mm-hmm.
we just both understand and just keep going.
Hell yeah. Because the make is right around the corner.
It could be, yeah, or it could be a year from now.
True.
That's just kind of how it goes. We kind of understand that the best shit is worth coming back for.
Oh yeah. Is this Bong Ripper?
I think that's Acid King. You're
Right
talking
on.
about the song?
Yeah.
Yeah, so sick.
Damn. King.
I
King.
kind of
King.
fucked up this front angle because I was so hyped that he pulled it. Like I knew as soon as he went to the flat, I was like already freaking out, and I like kind of bumped the tripod.
Could have been a lot worse. I think that's pretty good. It, if the clip gets altered because of the excitement happening in the frame, totally, totally, totally
Look at this
forward
one, dude.
movement.
Look
Oh
at
my
this one.
god!
Oh my god, that's so sick.
Does he? Does he like?
And this one right here. This one is, yeah, this is Zender right here.
Yo.
Yeah, fucked up, dude.
Wow.
Fucked up.
Damn. How do you say his name again?
Alex Emig.
Alex Alex Emig.
Emig.
Fuck, I'm fucking brain dead, dog.
It's okay.
That was really good.
Yeah, dude, his shit is sick.
So we're gonna get this played, pulled up to where you are, right?
Yeah, right there.
Cool. So we're gonna
You can let this one play in full speed if you
okay.
want.
It was playing full speed last thing. You just had that first clip that was slow and it fucked with me. But so did you pick the music for your own section?
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
Yeah. And the other sections I was like suggesting songs, taking suggestions, and working with all the guys for what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
This next one, I kind of am picking songs for everybody, but just making sure they're cool with it first. But I have a theme that I'm going for with this one, so that's why I'm picking all the music.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Do you put your clips in chronological order or in like what? Do you have a preference?
I'm kind of trying to build a crescendo to the end.
Mm-hmm.
So I want the riding to go from I also want to go towards the song as well. So
Right.
less difficult to obviously more difficult at the end, or more special. But then also I want to address the peaks and valleys in a song. So
Right.
if a song has a high part, I want something that's hitting harder. And then if there's a lull, to have some of the lesser stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. I didn't order my clips like that almost ever. Even after making a full-length fucking video.
What'd you do it in? Chronological?
Borderline chronological. And I think because it was we were at this wonky stage we were all in this stage where we were only getting better. So it was literally the later clip was the better
that's
clip.
Sick.
But
that's sick.
But we're all basic at best.
This part was hard for me because we filmed it over so long that I feel like my style changed up a bunch of times. And so it was like finding a way to like mesh all those different things. Like I'm riding free coaster, cassette, 2-piece bars, 4-piece bars, like
Yeah.
plastic pegs, all metal pegs. Like my everything's kind of just like I'm kind of like finding my way in this part.
Yo, I just recently, that clip was awesome, by the way.
Yeah, that I was hyped on that one. Dylan Thayer filmed that one.
I recently switched to 2-piece bars. I was riding the 4-piece. Uh, they were the big bobs. I don't know if they were ever called that, but that's what I always referred to them as. And then the bigger 4-piece ones, and then now I just went to the 2s.
Nice. That one took me forever.
Yeah, let's run that back because I remember you telling me this one took you a while.
Yeah, this one took me a while.
So
I think we might have gone there like 2 separate times. That's a really popular skate spot. And like we went there early in the morning to get this done, and by like noon, it was already getting flooded with skaters, and I was having to like take turns with skaters, and they kind of like stay right in front of it and push into it, and I have to like fly around the corner, and so I like kept getting snaked and all this shit.
Oh man!
So I was like, all right, we're fucking lacing this.
Yeah,
No
sometimes you need
shit.
that, like
Yeah,
a little kick in the butt.
but yeah,
It was
that
a
one
long.
was sick.
It was like a long, like 12-foot ledge, probably longer ice pick, opposite ice pick to manual, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oppo
Feeble,
Feebs.
180 feeble, backward slider.
Yeah.
And the problem I kept having was the ice pick to manual. By the time I was set in the manual to hop into that opposite feeble, I was too far down the ledge. And when I would 180, my back peg would slip off the end of the ledge.
Right.
Because like I needed a second to get set and then carve it back at the ledge. And also you can't tell, but the ground is like angled away from the ledges.
Oh.
So you pop out of that switch ice and you start going downhill, and then you have to like slightly carve it back up.
Damn.
It's not much, but when you're in a manual, you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
But like you can see my peg is like on the corner of that ledge when I pop out.
Yeah. Just lucked out. And I got to give you credit here for the slider, because I think I don't know if I've seen a whole lot of sliders like this, but I feel like that's a genre waiting to happen. It's just because so many people will do slow stuff, and it's like that kind of look clean, you know? Like,
yeah, I mean, I like doing the feeble 180 slider. That one feels really sick. But it's like almost like an instant rollout.
Yeah.
And we were talking last time about being rollout snobs.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't do much, but I could turn around out of a fakie real good. That's probably the only thing I would ever be cocky about. That and bottle cap peg chings. Curved rail. That was regular.
That was regular. That shit was tough. That light pole is like right where you want to really throw your weight into that, and you gotta like wait till you get past it and just hope your pegs hook around, because it's not a straight curve. It's like down and then like just hooks.
I see that right there. Yeah. Oh,
I wanted to get more of this, but
you wanted to get more of the rail?
Yeah, I kept trying. I got that clip, and then I kept trying to get more, and I either would run into that pole, or in the beginning you see I get like gut checked.
Yeah.
And, I basically was leaning in too far, knew I was going to hit the pole, jumped out, and then just got like folded by that rail pretty much.
It always sucks when you get it and then you try and go get more and then it just doesn't work and you're like, all right, I guess I gotta take it. But I mean,
yeah,
grinding around a curve in general, I think, is pretty sick.
That was the first X-up crank I pulled in the street.
Right.
I was hyped on that one. That shit hurt.
Yeah, big old beefy opposite pegs down a huge concrete ledge.
Yeah, I'm hyped to not have an opposite peg ender in my newest part.
You were thinking it would be?
I was trying really hard not to.
Oh, right.
Because I didn't want to just like that be my thing.
Right. You didn't want it to be like you're always hitting the same note. We can already guess what your last clip will be type thing.
Yeah.
Wow. So
yeah.
This video is great, by the way. I think you did an excellent job.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Somebody's got to fucking say it, man. We need more people out here talking about this kind of shit.
Hell yeah.
It's so good. Considering all the ball ups we had on the first time we tried to do our episode, you were very, very cool about it. I wanted to ask you if there was any ball ups with making this video.
What do you mean ball ups?
Any kind of problem or like glitch or like you lost a tape or something like that. Any kind of weird shit happened during the making of this?
Yeah, definitely like tape glitch. Gotta go back and film something.
Yeah.
That was the main problem, really. There's nothing really like crazy, like lost a hard drive or anything like that.
Just like one or two clips or something, or?
Yeah, nothing crazy. And I don't think it ever happened to. I think it just happened to me. I think it was just my clips.
Oh, you lucky dog.
Yeah. So I just had to go redo my clips.
Dude, I will never live down losing a clip of my buddy Shiloh's first handrail. I can't.
Oh, no.
And the most fucked up part, like, is that he stared at this rail and did probably 500 bitch runs. It was the first clip of the trip. And it probably was 3 hours of us watching him. And it was like a simple 7 or 8 stair, but it was his first one. It was going to be a dope clip. And I lost it. But
oh, man.
Later in the same trip.
You didn't anti-record it, did you?
Absolutely not. No, I would never do anything like that. Absolutely.
I was going to say, like, if it's that long of doing just run-ups, that's a possibility. Just think about it. You're hitting that record and stop button so many times of him just stopping.
Oh, I thought you meant like spiteful anti-record. You're saying like just like you mix up the record on the button and then you just, okay. That's,
if you're 3 hours deep into someone not trying something, that's a possibility. Because you're just clicking the record and stop button so fast, so many times.
Mm-hmm. And the only time I would have ever been able to confirm that would be when my eye was through the viewfinder and I saw record on it.
Yeah.
Because anything else is, like you said, it's just hearsay because I don't have it on my computer. But I definitely have he did a rail twice as long, like twice as steep later in the same trip. And we kept that. Like we definitely got that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's come a long way. And now I think he would just sniff at like a clip like that. So, I don't know.
That's how it is sometimes.
Yeah. I just got to shame myself every time the opportunity comes, I guess. So
hey, you learned a lesson though. You probably won't ever do it again.
I don't think I have so far. I did lose a podcast.
Yeah.
I lost a podcast with Jeff DuPaul because I was recording him on my phone, and I had a clip of Brett Taco actually doing a down whip off of a rock actually in a parking lot. It was so sick.
That's sick.
Gut Stains was there, and he shot a photo of it, so there is proof of this.
Oh, nice.
But I had just switched over to using my phone to record clips, and I started using my phone for podcasting. So I had a clip and a whole podcast episode, and I dropped my phone riding to the skate park from my house at the time. Couldn't find my phone again, so I lost that clip and a podcast.
Oh, no.
And then last week I recorded a podcast with you and completely didn't record audio, and it's infuriating, man. But you know what? New learns, right?
Yep. Hey, to be fair, Skype updated.
Did it?
Remember you were saying it was different?
Dude, Skype updates. This other thing I use called OBS updates. Today, I as soon as I realized I fucked up our podcast last week, I sat here and fucked with everything until I realized what I did wrong. And I'm like, okay, I changed everything. I set it back up. I recorded an episode with this kid, Loshi, or he's a young homie from Philly.
Okay.
He asked to be on. I'm like, hell yeah, dude, you can come on. And I made sure my settings were right for that. I turned it all on today, and my microphone is so loud in my headphones that I can't even get near it. It's so loud. I'm like freaking out. That's what made me take longer to get set up, is because I was like, I can't talk to this dude if like it sounds like I'm screaming at myself. Because then if I take my headphones off, I can't hear the video and I can't hear you. And then it was just like a little bullshit setting. But enough about me.
I mean, technology's crazy, dude. I barely know how to use. That's why I just use old shit. It just makes things easy.
Well,
like I still have my laptop is from like 2015, and I haven't updated it. And I'm on a super old version of Premiere. And I just I have a P2 card, digital camera now. Like I'm very slowly getting into the technology. Before I was like tapes only. Now I hate tapes.
Yeah. Fuck a tape though. Fuck capturing a video.
Yeah.
So basically I went from a really so all of the videos, most of the videos I've done were in standard def. We're all done with this Mac Mini over here. I could go grab it for you, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't prove anything. But it hummed through standard def footage fine. Like it wasn't a big deal. And then I got a newer laptop, not even newer, just a new laptop for college. I couldn't edit anything on that. That thing was strictly just for like Illustrator and Photoshop, and that's it. Like anything more than that would piss it off. It would get so hot. I made the Midnight Hologram video I did for the pads where it opens like that. Like the video opens like with the black like that.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that on your phone, so I had to do it on Premiere on that my old laptop, and it almost started smoking, dude. It was I had to have a fan, like a box fan on high on my computer. My computer was sitting on a metal rack like that had like cutouts in it so it could ventilate.
So it could pull air.
I did everything I could other than put ice on it to get that single clip out of there. So like I went from shitty computer to like, all right, fuck it, I'll film everything and edit everything on my phone, to now I have this computer that I got about a year ago, and it's like, this thing is fucking kitty's titties, but it's like when if somebody were to buy a Lambo, they wouldn't know how to fucking drive it. That's,
Oh yeah.
So
it's too fancy.
It's too fancy. I'm not used to this shit, dude. Plug and play. What do you mean I'm using my phone as my webcam? That's sick. All right, cool.
Oh yeah.
And then doing video work, like it's only because of Brant Moore I'm able to even shoot video. Like this shit's fucking. And every time I plug it in,
he's got tutorials or what?
Dude, there's this one dude whose whole YouTube channel is about trying to tell you how to use this OBS studio thing. I'm so sick of watching his face when I couldn't figure shit out. But now I'm good. Our last episode was a sacrificial lamb, and now there should be no more problems,
Yeah.
Unless I get struck by lightning. Let's not do that. But
hell yeah.
Back to
I think it's kind of funny.
What's that?
That we lost that episode.
I can't even hear your responses. Like it's like muffled because this microphone picked up what you were saying a little bit through my headphone cup, so I can hear. I'm like, I can't even. It's not even like it's like fixable,
You can hear me though?
Right now, yeah.
Okay, cool. It just went out for a second.
Holy shit! You scared the fuck out of me. Damn,
well,
dude. Getting me all nervous, dude. Nah, but I wanted to. Okay, so you had experiences with other videos before. Were there any? Did you have to try and keep everybody stoked on the video on the project? Um,
For this one,
yeah, for the Let's Roast V1 or VX1.
um,
Being that it was like
everyone
your project.
everyone was pretty motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but definitely when like in the last year of it, it was like, all right, I'm getting ready to put this out. So if you guys want anything, let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what gave everybody that like last charge to like finish everything up.
Oh, sick. So it gets exciting because you're gonna start seeing it soon.
Yeah, exactly. So if like anyone's burnt out of like, I've been working on this for so long, like when's it coming out?
Mm.
You get that last like, hey, this is dropping.
Right.
So get what you need, otherwise it's not going in.
You're not just throwing clips into thin air.
Yeah.
So yeah. So let's bring up For the Birds. Is that cool?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this
yeah.
this video part's sick because literally the weekend after the premiere of this video was the start of that one. Me and Josh went to Cleveland.
And you mentioned that Howard was there at the premiere for the Let's Roast video.
Yeah.
And where did you have the premiere? How was it?
It was at the bike shop
It was at
and
the
it was sick.
yeah.
Um, we had a good turnout. Like all the local dudes came out, all the like old heads that have been fucking with the shop for years came out. A bunch of the homies like in other states that we had traveled to
Mm-hmm.
film for the video came out, and yeah, it's a great time. I love premieres. You just
Yeah.
see all the people that you don't get to see all the time, and you know you get to celebrate your hard work,
Yeah.
and I
And
think that's just what it's all about.
was that so I take it that wasn't your first premiere that you've been to? But
No,
it was the first one of your video?
yeah, it was my first like yeah, it was my first premiering something that I made. And I've had like art shows in college,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing is like putting on a video premiere.
Oh man. Yeah. So and so Howard approached you after the premiere, is that what happened?
Um
Or something like that?
yeah, after the premiere he kind of just said like, "Yo, like come out to Ohio sometime when it's warm." Cuz we had the video premiere in the fall, so we had to go through all the winter, and then
Mm.
I ended up going out to Ohio in the spring. But before, like right around the end of the roast video, I had been talking to Ryan, um, and he was kind of like helping me out with like a discount code
Mm-hmm.
and like shirts, and just if I would order stuff, he would always hook it up, and I was super stoked on it.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Shout out to Howard.
yeah, yeah, Howard's the man. Fucking yeah, I could go on and say a bunch of great things about Howard. He's done a lot for me. It's awesome. Just being on Animal is it's a as corny as it sounds, it's a dream come true for sure.
Dude, it's so sick, and it's awesome to see somebody who's like really good at riding, who could have all the limelight for themselves, like make it a point to like give back and reach out and put other people forward. Not everybody does that, you know.
Yeah.
And he makes it a point to do that, and I think everybody could learn a page from his book in that respect.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I respect the hell out of him,
Yeah.
and always getting little lessons from him. And yeah, no, it's like kind of like the way he goes about things with his homies and me, and like putting all the homies like on his back basically. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here at home,
Hmm.
and do the let's roast stuff, and have something that all of us can work towards and be excited about.
Hell yeah. And this was your first project for Animal?
Yeah, it was just I wanted to do like a web edit,
Mm-hmm.
and it was gonna be just a bike shop web edit, and I like finished it right around the time I got on, and so we like made it as like a both video to like rep Chicago and Animal.
Oh yeah, I
So
mean,
that's why it's for the birds. It's because that Let's Roast logo has the pigeon, and then um, the griffin is also like a type of bird,
yeah.
and it's also a joke. Um, there's a Cat Williams skit where he's talking about getting old, and
Mm-hmm.
he just keeps saying that shit is for the birds.
Is
Yeah, so
Where's Cat Williams from? Is he from Chicago?
what?
Is Cat Williams from Chicago?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if he
I
was like a
just
local.
I just thought that shit was so funny,
Yep.
and me and my buddy Alex, we always say that shit is for the birds. When we like are like hurting after riding or something, we're like, man, this is for the birds.
Right. Gotcha. I love little catchphrase shit like that, man. It comes up naturally.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, that's the pigeon right there. Boom.
Mm-hmm. And then if like all the B rolls all bird related, pigeon related.
Yeah.
So this is like the first clip after the roast video was that's a leftover from the roast video. But yeah, I just started filming this like right after. That was in New York.
Ooh,
That was my
damn.
first X Hard.
That was a real good looking one. Looked like you've always done them.
Howard filmed this one.
Yo.
Yeah, that one I really like that one.
Who was that was just filming?
Josh. That's Josh Carrasco.
Josh Carrasco. Damn. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
him. He's moving with the lens. That was good.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I
This
can't
is in
stand that shit.
Arizona.
Oh, nice. Sorry, I talked over
Oh,
that.
you're good. It's crazy. Like right after that roast video came out, I went on like just a trip spree. I went on so many trips. It was sick.
Hell yeah. Getting out, seeing some new shit. There ain't nothing better than that.
Nope.
60/40 hard.
Yeah. That was another one I wanted to do better, but I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take that.
Mm-hmm.
That's that big old Jersey barrier that we talked about last time.
That was going up the other way, up the
Yeah,
block.
I wanted to get a clip in there of just ripping that thing.
Nice. That gap to the steel window thing. X up feet or X up crank arm.
Yep.
Ooh, angry.
Yeah, I was
What was
pissed.
wrong with that? You didn't like that clip?
No, so after the roast video came out, I wanted to do that trick on that hubba so bad, and
Mm-hmm.
I had Thanksgiving off, and my truck like wasn't driving at the time, and I wanted to go to New York so bad. And shout out my buddy Austin. He was like, "Dude, let's go. Like we're gonna load up in my Subaru. Let's go." And his Subaru had like 230,000 miles on it. It was so busted.
Jeez.
And we got an Airbnb for the weekend, and uh, we got in on a Friday night or Friday morning because we
Mm-hmm.
left on Thursday night right after Thanksgiving dinner. We drove through the night to get there.
Oh shit! Black
14
Friday.
hours. So we showed up in Brooklyn on Friday morning at like 10 a.m. Rode around for a little bit and then like passed out at like 5
Oh
because we were
my.
so tired from driving all night. And then
Yikes.
we woke up the next morning and went straight to this spot. And I was on a brand new bike because
Mm-hmm.
I cracked my frame like a week before, and the bar and stem, all that, and like the new frame was all different. I couldn't get used to it right away, and it just took me so long to get this trick. So when
Oh,
I finally did it, I was just pissed,
wow.
but also happy, but just mainly pissed at myself.
Damn, gotcha. I wanted to make an Instagram. Maybe it's just a series of bike spikes, like some of the best bike spikes in. Because Tony Hamlin's got one of the top three when he threw his bike over that fence into the water. That one
Yeah,
kink
that was
video.
sick.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's in Detroit. That last one's in Detroit.
Nice. Oops. There we go. That was sick. All right.
Hell yeah, thanks, dude.
And that was July.
Yeah, I was hyped on this one. I had basically finished this one up before I went out to see Howard in Ohio,
Mm-hmm.
and like I showed him the finished video, and uh, basically it told him like, I appreciate all the like hookups and the shirts, and if there's anything more I can do, just let me know. And he was like, let's get you involved, let's get you in the van and work on a part. And then I was like, fuck yeah, super down. And like that was the start of the let them have it part.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Cool.
So then I went on a trip with them to Detroit to like start filming the let them have it part. And that last Feeble Hard was in Detroit. And I was like, I want to get this last clip for this video. We filmed other stuff while I was there too.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like the short period of overlap. And then we put out that For the Birds part as kind of like a welcome.
Hell yeah. For the Birds. Welcome, Ethan Grothe. Did I say that right?
Close.
Grothe.
You've added in a W in there.
Growth? What?
Grothe. Like just growth. Grothe.
Grothe.
Yeah.
Oh, did I do too long of an O?
Maybe.
Grothe?
I don't know. It kind of sounded like a little W in there.
Yeah, I fucked it up, dude. I'm from Lebanon, and some people say I have like an accent. It's mush mouth, man. It's real fucked up over there. Everybody's on pills. Fucking, I'm gonna talk like this, man. My upper
That's
lip doesn't
funny.
move when I talk. I realized that after watching myself talk so many fucking times. I'm like, dude, I'm a fucking yokel, bro. But anyways,
that's funny. That's funny.
I would fit right in with some of the people in Ohio,
Yeah, there's some strange out there for sure.
I'm from Pennsylvania. All right.
Pennsylvania's sick.
Yo, it's got such a wide variety, and it's got good dirt for the trail enthusiast.
For the trailing. Yep.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's the farthest I've been in Pennsylvania.
That's a good place though.
Besides like driving through to get to New York, but
Oh man, if you ever cut through PA, give me a heads up. I'll meet you. I'll meet you somewhere
Hell yeah.
down there. It'll be a good
I got
time.
you.
I only know the south half.
I want to get out to Philly really bad.
Oh yeah.
What area are you in?
Right now,
Yeah.
I'm in Albany, New York.
Oh, nice.
I was in Harrisburg, which is like 2 hours from Philly.
Okay.
Harrisburg was sick because it's like right in the center of Pennsylvania. So Pittsburgh and Philly are almost the same time frame. Then I can go south to DC or Baltimore, or you can go up to New York City or over to Jersey. So it's really kind of the best.
That's sick.
Don't tell my wife I said that.
That's the one thing that's super sick about the East Coast is you can drive like not very far and be in somewhere totally new.
Yeah, you could do a different city every week.
Yeah.
If you're
We can
willing
kind
to
of do that here in the Midwest, but the drives start getting up to like 4 hours, and then it's like you need a little more time than that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't even like going over 2, to be honest, because I just start nodding out if I'm driving myself there and back. That's just
Damn.
That's scary.
Yeah,
for me.
I'm always driving. I have a van here now. I have a Ford Transit, and when we go on bike shop trips, I load everyone up in it and drive the van.
Nice.
Take everyone to all the spots, and yeah, I'm always driving.
Wow.
And we do. I've gotten on the missions,
Mm-hmm.
so Like that New York one was a gnarly one. Like I had the second night shift of driving, so
Hmm.
I was driving until the sun came up,
Oh shit.
and like the sun was up, and I was nodding off at the wheel, and my buddy Austin took over for me, and we were all good, but it was scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Good thing everything got sorted. I don't even want to think
Uh
about
huh.
that shit, man.
And that in the Ender of the Roast video, we drove to Minneapolis. That's a 7 hour drive.
Oh.
Yeah. And we had some buddies living in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, Trent Lutzke and Grant Uberoth and Noah Hunsinger. They all lived in this little town up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And
Hmm.
for us, it's a straight shot through Wisconsin since we're kind of like west of Michigan.
Hmm.
But that's like a 7, 8 hour drive. And I've done that on like a Friday night so I could hang out all weekend and then come back on a Sunday night. Yeah. Go to work in the morning.
Yo, I've done that to Rochester, and that was 4 hours, and but the same time frame, Friday to Sunday, and like that was rough. So I can't even
Yeah.
imagine, dude. That's bold.
Yeah.
That's real bold. Did you have to drive like that for this animal part?
Um most of the most of the time I would just drive to Ohio. And
Hmm.
Howard's like 4.5, 5 hours from me.
Solid.
So either that or I'll meet him in a city over here.
Hmm.
Recently we drove to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and that was like 9 hours for us and like 6 hours for them. But we like met there.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude. What a hike.
Yeah.
All right.
We recently did a St. Louis trip too, and I took a train down there to meet them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you have to like put your bike in a special box or anything like that?
No, they had like a car with a big vestibule,
Hmm.
and I just locked it to the rail.
Oh, that's so sick. That would
Yeah.
be fun as fuck to take a train trip
It
to like
was
city to city.
it was pretty sick.
Hmm.
Like it was the first time in a while I've had like plenty of time to edit. It was like five
Yeah.
hours there and 5 hours back, and it was just like I was all to myself, and I got to like try out all my ideas that I've been thinking of, and like it was
Hmm.
just it was a quality time.
That's sick because I used to take the train from Philly to my hometown. Wasn't There was no train stop from Philly to my hometown, so I would take it to Lancaster, and I would have to take my bike apart to even get on the train because Amtrak was, I don't know if it's a specific railway or whatever, but I would take one of those like wheel luggage things with the wheels on it.
Hmm.
I would pedal to 30th Street Station dragging this thing. And when I get there, I'd take my whole bike apart and put it in this thing and then wheel it onto the fucking train. I would do that for a weekend. Like take my whole bike apart, take the train, ride the train for an hour and a half, put my bike completely back together, ride for the weekend, and then back again.
Damn.
Rough.
Yeah, that is rough. The
Yikes.
train was fun though. Usually I drive down there, but my car was in the shop, so I
Mm.
just met him on the train. It was cheap too. It was like the train tickets itself there and back were $50,
Hmm.
and I think I paid like a bike fee like $10 each way. So
Yeah, that's real
super cheap.
tolerable, especially when it's a longer trip like that. So you have time to do stuff.
It's the same. It's the same as driving. It's not like it was longer either,
Hmm.
which was cool.
Damn. You gotta tell me what railway that was. That would sound sick.
It was an Amtrak.
It was
I think it
Amtrak.
was called. Yeah, it was an Amtrak.
Hmm.
But we go down. I try to go down to St. Louis pretty often because the homie Jack lives there, and he's also an animal.
Jack O'Leary,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
the boy. Hmm.
Dude, sick.
He is sick. He's super sick.
He's also got a section in this "Let Him Have It" video for
Oh
anybody
yeah,
who's not familiar. Turn on and play off. All right, are you ready to do a little
sure.
watch through this? See
Yep.
what we got here. We're watching Ethan's "Animal Let Him Have It" part. It's on the Dig YouTube. like and subscribe, some shit like that, right?
Oh yeah.
Some good music. It's
Oh
it's
yeah.
Jizza and somebody else. I forget.
DJ Muggs.
DJ Muggs. I knew it. I knew it the first time we did this, and now I look like I fucking did know it. But I called it
You
before you
did
told
know
me.
it. You called it out the first time.
Yeah, I had an ear for it. But oh well, what are you gonna do? That clip was sick. We talked about that. That was like a not the volume, not the volume.
Yeah, you can play this one in half speed if you want.
Yo, for sure, we're down with that. Oh, we'll start. Let's start it from the jump. Because there's
Yeah, just
clips
so
here.
it doesn't get ahead of us if we want to talk about stuff.
Yeah. And I'll turn the music down a little bit since it's like all slowed. You got the X up grind coming back around. Howard had to be real close to you for the shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one was tricky to film.
And then we're back to the Jersey wall, Jersey
Yep.
barrier wall, which is, oh my God.
It's amazing.
I'm surprised has anyone quick created up to it too?
No.
Wow. I mean, it's fine the way it is. I'm not saying it needs it. I'm just surprised. That gap to wall was sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had wanted to do that one for a while.
Double tire bump on the curb to like a Reuben wall ride.
Oh, when you asked me how that felt, I thought of something.
Yeah.
You ever done a wall ride on a fence with slats?
We're talking about this bike rack that he pedal or ride double tires across. I did a slant metal thing that was sticking out over a window, but the slants weren't as far apart.
Oh, yeah, but you know how you ride across it and
Mhm.
it's surprisingly smooth?
Yeah.
That's how this was.
Nice.
Like, it was a little bit bumpy, but it's surprisingly smooth.
And you said it was out your first nose one or something like that, or
No,
what was it?
I kept rolling out into that bush.
That's right. The bush was right there in the way.
So I like either had to decide between going down the path, which you can kind of see the path
Mm-hmm.
hooks to the left there, or over rotate and miss the bush. But I rolled out into that bush a bunch of times.
You chose the path less traveled.
Yeah.
And then this was sick too.
Yeah, that's that Bob Skirbo spot in Austin. He did one of the first like Wampus Smiths on that. And that's just like a crank arm threader with my peg floating above the other ledge.
Now, I haven't seen everything you put out yet. I got a lot of homework to do here, but I don't remember seeing any crank arms before. So this is a trick you kind of have casually that you just
sorta
save.
I'm not as good at them as you see people do them, but I'm pretty proficient with them.
Gotcha.
This is in Louisville. This is one of the first trips I got to go on to film for this video. And it was cool because I asked Howard if we could go ride there, and he was like, I'll make a trip there for you if you want. And we went there and stayed in the animal warehouse and got some of my best stuff in this part on that trip.
This is sick. What a cutty spot. Nice tuck.
Yeah, that one worked out first try. I was stoked.
My buddy Gammer and I, when we would watch edits, we would literally pause it on purpose, like we're taking photos. Like,
so you can get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that one was sick because Jack was trying to get a clip on that. He wall rode over that like cutout right there with the stairs.
Oh wow, yeah, holy shit!
And I was looking at this step down. And I was like, oh, this thing's sick. Yeah. And I kind of went like a speed that I thought would be good enough. And then like right when I hopped, I was like, oh, I don't think I'm going fast enough. And so I just like stretched it as hard as I could to like make it in there.
Oh shit!
And I like caught it perfect. I was stoked.
One and done. And then this one is like a roofing. People
Yeah,
hardwood to roof drop in a weird mix of words. No,
yeah. There's like some weird like plastic rubber stuff up there, and it was so hard to keep my speed to roll out on it.
mm-hmm.
It just sucked up everything when I landed.
And there's even floor mats there, right? Is that what those
Mm-hmm.
square things are? So
Yep.
weird. I wonder if
That
water
was
rushes
that
down.
was in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
It
Damn.
was my first time going there.
I gotta go to Pittsburgh. That shit looks mad fun. That shit looks bomb. As a right sider person, as a 2-peg right sider, oh man, I'm drooling over that spot.
Yeah, that's a good one. Latinate exo grinded up that one.
Mm. Not that I could do anything on it. I'll just do the basics and have a ball. Now
But
this,
you're two pegs, right?
yep,
So you would fit past that pole really nicely.
dude. There's reasons to have 2 pegs, man. I swear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I reckon.
I mean, I'd probably ride two pegs if I didn't ride four.
Yeah, it's a fun setup. I still want to like have a day where I put 4 pegs on and do whatever I can because I've done it before. I've had 4 pegs for a while, like at least a year or two before, back when I was a kid.
Why'd you take them off?
I kept clipping my back foot on the back peg,
Oh.
and then after a while, I just thought 3 pegs looked kind of weird.
Oh, I gotcha.
No disrespect to anybody, because anybody can have their own bike setup, but it just didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
You know.
See, that's my thing. I feel like if I rode two, I would want to throw a third on so I can exo grind.
Right.
And then if I had a third on for exo grinds, I might as well just have a fourth.
Mm-hmm. Because it just looks a little bit better. And
Not even that. I just like, if it's there, like I'm going to want to use a peg on that side.
yeah, if you already have the
Like,
front one, you're going to utility.
exactly. And I'm not worried about hitting my back foot or anything.
Yeah, you lucked out there somehow. I guess there's a trick to the finesse of it.
You go out. When you take your feet off, you go out.
Oh,
You don't
dude.
go back.
I wish I learned that a long time ago because I clipped my heel, my back right heel, my front foot, my right foot on my back right peg. I've clipped my heel so bad. I'm pretty sure I got to go to the doctor about it. Like I have such a bad heel bruise. I'm pretty sure like I chipped like a bone in my heel just from like looping out metal peg back of the heel. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Enough about me. I got problems.
Yeah, this is why I need a fourth peg.
Yeah, so
I can
this
do
one,
shit like this.
this one you said, this clip you said you started pedaling all the way back here at the second bed chin, like all the way back.
Yeah. Yeah, way back. I had to go through that whole park and then across the street and up the curb. And I also had to time out the lights. Like once if I saw that you can see it in the background over here, that this light was green, I knew I was good to charge it because they would all be going straight across the street instead of through the middle.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, my buddy Austin filmed that one. This was some of the stuff I got at home while I wasn't on a trip or anything that I just really wanted in my part. Same as this one.
Nice vertical Smith.
Yeah.
On the fence.
Which
I always thought was crazy because of how much your tire sinks in. It's pretty gnarly. It's
it gives you a good pop. Something about the sink in, bounce out makes the cab feel really good.
Oh, yeah. What was that called?
Yeah. That's the 6040.
That's the 6040? Okay.
Yeah, 6040, 180. My peg's grinding like on the bottom of it.
So your pedal was just like hovering above, or you said, fuck it, let's grind that thing too and do all three?
I pretty much grind all three when I do a 6040.
Oh, right. That makes sense. I think we talked about that before. Like you kind of have to.
Yeah, you can like lift your pedal up, but honestly, like the pedal there is kind of like what it like gives you something to stand on, and kind of you can manage your speed with it depending on how hard you're pressing into it or not.
Yeah, because if your cranks are like so vertical, it's like, what are you gonna fucking do out? Like you're just, you know,
Yeah,
who wants to bunny hop like that? And you said this clip you saw in the car, this sprocket chunk clip.
yeah. This was in Pittsburgh, and we were driving down the street, and I was like, "Oh, we need to ride that. Like, stop for a second."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like right when I saw it, I knew I wanted a sprocket that.
Got some good B
And
roll
they're,
there.
yeah, a bunch of drug addicts. There were a bunch more.
Right. You said you
They
had
all
to
kind.
like ask him to move and shit.
Yeah, because they were all kind of hovering like right where I was doing that sprocket,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I did the sprocket one or two times with them kind of close, and they just kind of got on their way.
Oh, they knew what was going on.
Yeah, this one was slumped. And it's sick because he lined it up right on the beat where it says like "I won't quit" or something like that.
Yeah. Very very purposeful editing. We're watching it in half speed, so it's not as obvious
Yeah,
right now. That just gives you another reason to go watch this on your own, so it gets that extra play. It's at what 5.3 thousand views. Hell yeah! And this
I
one,
remember you liked this one
yeah.
when we talked about it.
There's no I love bonking stuff, but there's no way I would have been able to bonk and then go over that. I would have been fucked up. I would have been hurt. Great spot usage, mate.
Yeah, that was one Ryan saw off the side of the road, and he's like, "Someone's got to do something on this."
Somebody.
Yeah,
And then this one was a first for you, right? This
yeah.
next
This is the
clip.
first time I've done like a feeble G turn or nollie three or whatever you call it.
And was that the first time you ever landed one ever in general too?
Um, Never out of a feeble. I've like messed around and done like nollie threes and G turns
Wow.
but that was the first time I did one out of the feeble. I was trying feeble 180 up,
Hmm.
and like the way the nose pivot worked, I was like, oh, I think I could go all the way on this.
Right. So the spot kind of told you you could do it.
Yeah,
That's sick.
yeah. I'm big on letting the spot tell me what to do.
Like this one, the Wally Wally.
Yeah,
Here we go.
yeah. This one was from that Louisville trip. I was really hyped on that one.
There's a crank arm down. This marble. I would say limestone, maybe
Uh
concrete.
it's some kind of stone or concrete or something.
Yeah.
It's not marble.
Yeah. It's definitely not marble. You're right.
But yeah, this one was sick. I I was scared to just like crank it. I was worried about it being too narrow and my front wheel slipping off the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And it was beveled, so I didn't want to feeble it because I felt like my peg would slip out and like the way I had to carve in. And I got the crank down and it like kind of like pushed me out, just
Yeah.
getting out of it in general. And I was like, oh, I think I can 180 out of this. And then spun a 180, took my foot off, and then pulled it on this one. Got hyped, threw my bike, and then a lady came out and was like, "You guys gotta leave." I was like, "Well, we're leaving already. The work is done."
Yeah. That would be the best thing to say. The work is done, and then
Yeah,
and then bow.
yeah,
Oh
no
shit!
problem. We out.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a sick move, and in the way that cab lined up as well,
Yeah,
half cab,
I
half bunny hop.
I didn't even think about rolling out. I just rolled out, and then I was like in front of that too, and I
Mm-hmm.
was switch footed, and I kind of just like wheelie hopped off of it.
Oh yeah, I think this is where we talked about rolls because I was saying that's how I turn out on all my opposite spins. I can do it. I can do it the other way around too. Like
Yeah,
I've gotten that weird with fakies that I've learned all the ways you could turn around.
yeah.
But
You gotta have the tool for the situation.
yeah, oh, that's exactly it.
And then this was the like my first clip for this part.
Right. That is the other crank arm.
This was on that Ohio trip that
Oh shit!
I like got hooked up on.
I'm trying to pause it and it wasn't letting me.
That's
My
okay.
bad. I wanted to run that back because you said that this, if it's okay to bring it back up, the sign behind you is from this spot.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I was running out of room with that sign there, so I pulled it out or I
yeah,
ripped it off.
and
But this was another one of those spots where I got there and it like told me what to do. I had been wanting to do this this combo on something, and it just the second we got there, I was like, oh, it's perfect for it.
mm-hmm. and it's right by the White Castle, the
Yeah, the
White
White
Castle
Castle
drive-through,
marathon.
with the Cutlass Caprice in the drive-through. It's going down.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
Cincinnati, baby.
And then this one is in also.
This one's St. Louis,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the I hit my front peg on the rail and I'm like in a Wampus Smith for a second, and then it roller coasters into like a downside Smith.
There we go. Look at that, baby. Some
Yep,
nice pause work here. There we go.
yep. And like I had to reach for it, and then it would like bounce me into the ledge, which felt sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a metal peg in the front, and or metal peg on the rail side and a plastic peg on the brick side, just so I could get it to slide on that brick so I could pop back in.
Mm-hmm.
But I needed to have that metal peg so you can hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Gotta keep the doinks coming.
Oh yeah.
You can't pass up an opportunity for metal and metal. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. I always have the metal on. I just put a plastic on if I need it for certain things.
Mm-hmm. And I was telling you, like, I ride 4 pegs just 2 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just swap them out when I need to, because some days it's just not working for my metals, and other days it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think Howard. I gotta give credit to Howard. I feel like he was one of the first people to kind of popularize that. I feel like it's just whatever peg for whatever situation. He didn't plant his flag in either camp. He's like, no, man, whatever. He's like,
Yeah. And he's got all kinds of different size pegs for different setups.
yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
he's got like mini stub pegs for like the really tight 60/40s. He's got super long pegs for the wide ones, like
Yeah. I'm
plastic, metal. He's got it all.
I'm
It's all
traveling
in the
around
van.
with 4 pegs. He's literally traveling around with a dozen. He's ready
Yeah.
for everything.
Uh-huh.
it's
Yep. I
it's
just I
impressive.
just keep I have 4 metal pegs on my bike that are all the same.
Hmm.
And then I have a plastic peg that's the same size as my pegs.
Hmm.
And then I have a plastic 4-inch peg for like a tight 60/40.
Gotcha. Yeah, makes sense. So you're like you got the Ryan Howard light peg pack.
Yeah, sort of. Sort of.
And this I keep moving the mouse on the wrong screen here. This was sick too. Crank arm, PJ to crank arm,
Yeah, that spot's super sick. That's here in Chicago, and
jump feed,
it's a real fun one.
Manny pop in.
Yep, bump, feeble, manual pop in.
Is Chicago? Is there a lot of spots that are a bust in Chicago?
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
There's some spots that like you can't ride it, like it's right at the front of a security desk, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
there's other ones where you can get away with riding them for a little while before someone comes out and says something to you.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's also plenty of spots that you can ride all day and no one says shit to you.
Have you seen those clips from Philly of everybody riding the game pieces?
The what pieces?
Game pieces. There's like a giant pawn. There's like a checker
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
all kinds of shit like jacks. Yeah. When I lived in Philly, that place was a fucking bust, and we used
Damn.
to only ride it at night and hide behind the domino and only ride the one flat ledge because that was the only thing you could get away with it without getting busted. And it was like
Damn.
barely even worth it because it's like it's just a flat ledge. Whoop-de-doo, unless you were really hungry for a flat ledge. And then like I don't know, I move away, and then I feel like it was something around COVID time. I saw people riding it before that, like in the chocolate truck video. And I'm like, how are these people getting these clips in the middle of the day? Are they paying the
Yeah.
security guards? Like, I really didn't know. And then now it seems like they're demolishing it so they don't give a fuck, and then they're letting everybody just go ham on it.
That's kind of sad though.
Yeah, because you had three there: Love Park, City Hall, and then that game piece place were all like each like on their own corners of the block. It was like one little, not even a block radius. It was like a football's throw radius. It was so good. But Love Park, I got jumped by a cop just jumping through there. Like not even grinding, just cop put his foot in my front wheel, flipped me over, had a billy club out. It's gnarly.
What the fuck? That's gnarly.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, what do you want from me? Like, I didn't even do anything. He's like, there's no bikes. And he dragged me over to a sign. There was no sign. This just said no skateboarding. So I never fucked with Love Park after that. And then Love Park got demolished. And I was like, man, I wish I could have got clips there. Never did. The fountain was sick. That whole little
That's tough.
shit was tight. Yeah, it was a hell of an experience.
We got to ride mostly like in downtown Chicago. You got to ride mostly everything at night.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best time you can like avoid all the foot traffic and less of a bust. You have more of a chance to like get a good session.
Yo, and like plastics and coaster on like a high key spot, that's like you're stealth.
Yeah, right.
You know?
I'm the opposite. Metal pegs and cassette. I'm just trying to make a ruckus.
Yeah. That's the clip. That's going on Instagram right there. He's making a ruckus.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the sound is half of it to me. Like,
yeah.
When I'm watching something, like I want to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like certain things, it's like it doesn't really matter, and other things, it's like, yo, you can tell like what kind of steel that was just by the sound of it. Like,
yeah. The other thing too is like it's raw to me. It's BMX to me.
mm-hmm.
You know, like no offense to anyone in stealth mode and you know riding nice clean shit, but like there's something aggressive about
right
all the metal and like going hard like that, you know. And it just like BMX is that like outlet where you fucking give her, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's why I just like the ruckus and the carnage and the loud shit.
It's part of it.
Oh yeah.
And speaking of the ruckus, this clip right here.
Yeah. Yeah, this clip was sick.
Same could be. Yeah.
Fucking, I was telling you for this, I had told Howard, like, oh, I got this clip that I want to get, but it's in Milwaukee. And, like, you and the boys should come out and stay at the house, and we'll go up and get it. And so it was basically like a home trip. Like, I was on my own trip at home.
Yeah, it was a staycation.
Yeah, exactly. I had, like, Ryan and Samson and Bo came out from Ohio. Govan and Jeremy came out from Detroit, and Jack and Wesley came out from St. Louis. So it was like I had all my homies from different states, like all with me, staying in my house. And yeah, we all went up to this spot in Milwaukee, and me, Jack, and Howard are on this side of the building, and there's like a street that runs in between and a bridge that goes across.
Yeah.
And all the other homies were on the other side of the street, on the other side of the building, because the sun was shining over there and it was warm. But over here on this side, it was cold and windy, like crazy wind.
Right, you were saying it was cold. Like what month? You know, it's just like deep winter shit right here.
This had to have been like late October, maybe like early November.
Right.
So when we were outside or like out of the sun, it was nice. Like you could be like in a long sleeve or just a light hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
But once you got in the shade and that wind hit you, like you need a full jacket. Like it's cold.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, shout out to Howard and Jack for staying over there on that cold side with me and, you know, keeping the stoke alive because I felt so bad. They were freezing.
And
They
how
were
long did you say
freezing.
it took?
I think it took about 2 hours.
And was Howard wearing gloves while he was filming?
I think so, yes.
Smart man.
And he was starting to get real cold, and
Mm-hmm.
I had like a light puffy jacket, and I was like, dude, like I feel so bad, like wear my jacket, like I don't want you to be freezing out here.
That's,
And at first he was like, no, I'll be good, and then he put the jacket on, and
mm-hmm.
then like shortly after I pulled this,
Oh, nice.
so it was like, yeah, I was like, oh man, this guy's cold, I need to get this.
You didn't make him suffer too long.
Yeah, but I had previously rode this ledge. Trent Lutzke showed me this spot, and he was like, "You should crank this thing. It's pretty chill." I was like, "Okay." Then we get there. I'm like, "Dude, this isn't chill." I'm like, "Dude, this isn't chill." It's like there's the glass railing up there,
Yeah.
and you can just see like 3 stories down. It's a gate start with like a weird cut in,
Yeah.
and if it was like a straight run in, it would be pretty chill. But with all the other factors, it just like made it difficult. And like on the other side of the ledge is a 3 story drop to the street.
Which you can see right there if you see that car in the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
oh,
crazy.
fuck.
And I cranked it in a few tries, just like got all the way down and like just needed to figure out how to get off of it, like where it kinks out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Oh man, like that worked pretty easily. Should I throw the X?" And we were gonna go meet up with one of our buddies at a skate park. And I was like I'll just save it. Like maybe I'll come back and do it.
Yeah.
And fast forward, we were on that Pittsburgh trip, and there was a hubba there that I wanted to X crank for my ender, but it rained the last 2 days we were there, so I was like, shit, I got to figure something out. And I was like, oh, I could do it on this one. And so we all kind of pull up. Us three were on our side. They're all the way on the other side. And I just started trying to ride it again. Had to like figure out the carve in and the hop onto it, and then figure out how to cross it. And once I crossed it, I was good. Like I was getting into it and like either taking it all the way down to the bottom or like tossing my bike out the side and running down the hubba.
Yeah, you said you ran down it more than once?
Oh, a lot, yeah.
Damn. So I mean, it is real wide, but still you were running down that, so
Yeah.
you were
I mean, I would kind of like take a bunch of quick steps and then kind of like stop myself. But
Yikes.
there's times you get in it and it's not right and you got to get out of it.
Yeah.
And so like shortly after I like got into like a real good groove, it was just so hard to get out of.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't figure out how to get out of it. I'd either like the first time I tried to get out of it, my bike just shot out to the right and I like hip and shoulder checked the side of the ledge into the ground. And then I like figured out how to get off with one foot. Like I would yank it out and then like take a foot off,
Right.
so I like didn't get blown off my bike.
Wow.
Did that a few times, and then I like started taking it straight to the pedals. And what kept happening is my bike would go out to the right, and my body was still going straight, and I had to like run out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kept trying to like commit to it, and I would just get stuck. Like I'd go into that flat, and instead of it unwinding out, my bike would just stop, and I would kind of just like flop out of it to the right.
Right.
And yeah, one of the last times I like started having those thoughts of like, oh, like I got everybody here from all over the Midwest, and what if I don't pull this? And like I just wasted everybody's time, and start having all those negative thoughts creep
Mm-hmm.
in.
Yeah.
And I just told myself, I was like, this is the Ender Deer animal video. And I just blacked out from that. I just looked up and I was done.
The commitment. And you
Like right
mentioned,
after I said that in my head, I put my foot on my pedal and that was it.
wow, focused. And you
But
mentioned,
that's when I was saying last time, like
mhm,
you're in the way of yourself. You just got to let
right.
yourself go.
Yeah, if you're thinking too much about it, too hard about it,
Hmm.
you got too much math going on and not enough production, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
You're the
said
inhibitor.
like balancing left to right as you were
Oh
going
yeah,
down
yeah,
it,
yeah.
right?
I had to time out where I was steering into the bottom corner of the ledge.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm at the top, I'm like lean to my left to keep my bike locked in so it keeps sliding down straight. And then towards the bottom, I'm starting to like steer it closer to the corner. So when it hits, it's just going to push out, like the ledge is going to make it push out.
Yeah.
But I had to throw my body weight into that to to go with the bike as it pushed out.
Just hooked right in there. Boop. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I'm really hyped on that. I don't think I'll probably ever do a bigger one, but I got some more plans with that trick.
Yeah, and I guess like how do you feel about? I mean, it sounds like you're not too worried about taking stuff to the bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like you satisfied yourself with what you wanted to do there, and now you're thinking of other other things like tricks and setups, and you're satisfied
Yeah.
at the moment with that. Is that kind of like
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to do a big one. I did a big one,
mm-hmm,
and now I have like other goals with it. Um, and
right?
I'm sure like once I get to those other goals with it, I want to do it on a bigger setup. But for now, it's like, okay, you're gonna look at this big X up crank versus this big X up crank, and I feel like you kind of just it cheapens the first one.
Right.
Like
Right.
the first big one's not as cool as the the second and the third, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
so that's the special one.
Right. It keeps it special.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Exactly.
like I did a bar spin on a roof, on a narrow roof thing, and like similar to what you were saying. I think we mentioned it before. Like I kind of blacked out to do that because I don't have any fucking. I'm not talented at bar spins. It's just pure will, and I needed. It was gonna be my banger to my fucks with it part, and I was like, I just have to do this, and I you know I feel like I don't I have like a weird feeling with bar spins now. Like I don't think I'll ever do anything crazier than that. So it's like, why do I even still like? I'm not too worried about doing any more bar spins.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
You should be like, or at least for me, I'm like more focused on the next challenge
Mm-hmm.
rather than like trying to one up myself.
Yeah, like you're always trying to challenge yourself in different ways. Like I remember when I read the Stevie interview in Ride, and for some reason I just really wanted to get good at bar spins. And I was working at Kink at the time, and we had access to the indoor park there. It was called Rochester Action Sports Park back then, and I was going there like 2-3 times a week, and I would like go up the wedge, do a bar, then three down the next wedge, and I do that like over and over again so much, and
The X Games training, huh?
sort of, except it was just like mediocre mat, fucking typical shit. And I did a 180 bar like once or twice, and my buddy Quirk didn't believe me, and I did one like rolling like normal speed, not even creeping, like normal speed, 180 bar, turn around, all in one shot. And I was like, dude, did you see that? That was. I always wanted to get one filmed because I think no one would expect to see me do that. But
Yeah.
at this point, it's like it's not going to be impressive to anyone except maybe
Yeah.
like the 5 people who grew up riding with me.
Yeah. This winter, I was like, I'm bar spinning this winter.
Oh shit!
10 bar spin in like 10 years.
Wow.
And I wanted to just like prove to myself that I could still do it.
Yo.
And they started out real shitty, going real slow.
Mm-hmm.
I do half bars to warm them up.
Oh, cool.
So half bar and then
Hmm.
do a bunch of half bars and then give it the business, goes all the way around.
That's a fucking smart ass idea. God damn it.
But when I was younger, I could also switch bar.
What?
And I was like, I want to get the switch bar back because I still want to do this, but I haven't like been up on it. But I want to like switch bar to fakie a cellar door or something like that.
Right. Wow.
But at the skate park, I was like throwing switch bars and like did a switch bar to fakie on a bank, and I was so proud of myself. But no one, like, everyone does that trick now.
Yeah.
But
and I guess you just gotta like remember that you're just battling yourself in your head.
yeah.
Sometimes you got to get out of your way. Sometimes you got to get in your own way. Challenge
Yeah.
yourself and shit.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. But with that X up crank,
mhm.
I got one for my new Let's Roast part that I'm really stoked on, and not gonna spoil it, but yeah, it's sick. I think it's sick. It took me a while to get, and yeah, I really want a 180 out of one.
Oh shit, that would be
So
cool.
that's kind of like my next goal is the X Crank 180.
Right. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So other than the Let's Roast VX2 video, do you have any other projects in the works? Anything else you're working on?
I started a new part with Ryan.
Sick.
Just starting slow, getting some stuff, and I'm filming some stuff at home in between the Let's Roast stuff. And that's it. I'll probably keep my leftovers from the Let's Roast part to do a web edit or something like that.
Right. Wow.
But yeah, that's enough work for me. Finishing up this roast part it's always hard finishing,
Oh yeah.
all the scary stuff's at the end.
I can't even imagine having enough clips to have leftovers. I sort of did one time, but literally anything I ever filmed, it's like scrounging, throw it all on the timeline. That was also like a lot of that shit was before Instagram.
Yeah. Well, this part that I'm working on for the roast video is like very maybe thought out or curated, but it's like every single clip is one that I want to be hyped on when I watch it.
Oh man.
So I have a handful of scrap stuff, and we'll start getting into that next one after. But yeah, I'm excited about this roast part, and then I'm excited about all the dudes' roast parts that are in it because they've been going hard for a while, and it's sick that their stuff's gonna come out.
Yeah, I mean it's not just you making an edit of yourself. It's a whole team, and you're pulling them all together for this.
Yeah. Actually, just this past week, after I told you I had bowling league,
oh yeah,
Austin got his last clip for his part, so his part's done, and I just gotta like fine tune it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So he's already caught up.
Yeah. Well, no, we're all behind. He's done.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dude, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to do this a second damn time.
Yeah, no problem. I had fun the first time, so I was like, yeah, cool, let's do it again.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. There's a lot to be said about someone who's cool with that. I really appreciate it. And when you mentioned bowling, I'm like, this motherfucker, hell yeah, dude. He's got some hobbies over here.
Yeah, I just got into bowling this last year.
Oh, cool.
I had like bowling with friends is always fun. Like in the
Mm,
winter, we go and drink and bowl, and it's fun.
dude.
And then my job asked me to like sub in on a team for a bowling league,
Oh shit.
and I was like, "Do I have to be good?" They're like, "No, you can just come and bowl and have fun." And I did decent,
Hmm.
and I just kept coming to the league, and I got better, and I got my own ball and my own shoes, and yeah, I love it now. Last
Damn.
week I got my game high, just 181. It's not
Whoa.
that good, but it's pretty stoked.
What is what's the best? 300 or
300 is a perfect game.
181? Is that what you said? Is what you
Yeah,
got? Dude, if I bowl a single strike, I'm stoked. So,
yeah.
but I always liked bowling.
I'm like at the point where if I don't strike, I'm mad.
Yeah, you're at that elite level already. Damn.
Yeah, sorta,
Yeah.
sorta. But I'm at the part where like I've figured out if I throw it a certain way and the ball comes in a certain way, I'm gonna do well.
Hmm.
But yeah, me and Austin, we got hooked on bowling. He's on my Austin's on my bowling team, and yeah, we go bowling on Wednesday nights, and then we go ride after, try to get some clips.
Damn.
It's
Savage.
fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Oh yeah. Well, it's cool to hear a different side of things, like another. It's not all just BMX all the time.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely the BMX all the time kind of guy, so I almost need it.
Hmm. To help
Yeah, because
balance
it.
things out.
Yeah, because if I'm not riding, I'm filming, and if I'm not filming, I'm editing, and if I'm
Mm.
not editing the video, I'm like watching clips on my phone, and like it's just BMX all the time. So that bowling night is really nice to just like focus on
Yeah.
just that.
And you get to bring like your BMX mentality to it, which kind of makes it fun.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's like learning all the new skills.
Hmm.
There's like it's like the different shots in bowling are like learning a new trick
Some people
because
do
like
that, like that palm thing where they don't even put their fingers in the ball and they just like shot put it down there.
oh well, I'm a two-handed bowler, so I don't have my thumb in the ball.
Oh,
I
really?
just have my two fingers in the ball, and I like cradle the ball like a almost like a baby.
Uh huh.
So like when you let it go, you get both hands to put a twist on the ball,
Wow.
and it like makes the ball hook in like real good into the pocket.
Hmm.
But in the last year, I've like learned how to pick up like the corner spares, like the one that's on. It's the 10-pin spare, and if
Yeah.
you're right-handed, it's really hard to throw that one because
Mm.
your ball curves to the left. So you have to get it to like hug that gutter and
Yeah.
not cut too early and not like fall into the gutter.
Sounds
Yeah.
hella tricky. I'm lefty, so I'm always watching everything everyone else is doing. I'm like, all right, I got to do the opposite of that
Yeah.
somehow.
This is some like bowling nerd shit, but
Yeah.
we've got a left-handed bowler on our team, and he loves it because what happens is when you're in a bowling match and people are kind of like throwing the same line,
Hmm.
all that oil on the lane gets
Hmm.
pushed out, and so then everyone just starts carving in the same line, and when that happens, your ball just kind of can like do whatever it wants when it hits that line. But if you're lefty and you're the only one playing lefty in that match, you have your single one line,
Right.
and
Wow.
your side of the oil is like the same every time you throw it.
So, how often are people oiling their lanes? Like, can you go to if you went to like a random bowling alley, would you be like, this shit, this they gotta oil this. This ain't no good. Would you be able to tell?
Yeah, yeah. I Every lane's different. So like the lane I play on is a real authentic wood lane.
Hmm.
And so the ball reacts a lot different on authentic wood rather than a synthetic wood.
Hmm.
So like a synthetic wood and a bunch of oil on a synthetic wood, you don't get a whole lot of movement in the ball. But with a real authentic wood, you get a lot more grab and it hooks in harder.
Wow.
So Yeah, there's some places you go. To answer your question though, is they oil our lanes before our league night.
Really?
Yes,
That's
so that
cool.
way when we're playing, we're all on a fresh lane.
Damn, I didn't even know that they did that. I remember, maybe I remember seeing like them have like the buffer out. It's not a Zamboni, but it's like that white. It's like a thing that spins.
Yeah, it's like a thing that like tracks in on the gutters and it just goes down the lane and comes back.
Wow, then I
But
definitely
yeah,
never seen one before. Wow.
oh, well, if you said it looks like a Zamboni, then that's pretty close.
I'm shooting in the dark there. I remember seeing something, but I don't remember where. But
Yeah,
damn, hell yeah.
yeah. Sorry to get all bowling nerdy on you.
No, this is cool, man. I'm an information sponge. I love learning about new shit, and my dad
Oh
was in a
yeah,
bowling league as a kid, and I don't really know that much about it, but I always loved going. I just never had anyone to go with around here. No one ever really likes going.
oh that sucks. It's so
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, I think it's pretty cool too. The only thing that ever wigged me out was when people would like eat food with their fingers after like touching the ball and shit. Like, let me get a fork and I'll be straight. Like,
Yeah, no food eating of any kind when you're bowling. That's gross.
yeah,
And it fucks with your roll.
right, because you're
Yeah, you don't want
digesting.
no like
Oh,
you don't want say like you have a cold drink and you get all that condensation on your fingers.
right.
The next thing you know, the way your hand is in that ball and the way it comes out is different.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. Some and especially some people that like have their thumb in the ball,
Mm-hmm.
like your thumb could like it say it's hot and your thumb starts swelling a little bit. You're gonna get your thumb stuck in there.
Yo, does that happen?
Yeah, some people.
Do they dislocate their thumbs? What?
That happened to me in high school.
Whoa, is that why you don't roll with it in anymore?
Uh huh.
Wow.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. Like I was just like going and bowling for fun, and then one day my thumb got stuck. I was like, "Ow, what the fuck?"
But
And then
it was still one piece.
it was still all in one piece, but it
Wow.
hurt enough where I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that again."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good to know. Good to know.
yeah,
All right. Well, hell yeah, dude. Is there anything else that we didn't talk about you wanted to touch base on? Any shout outs or anything?
yeah. Obviously, animal bikes, Let's Row cycles. Um, go check out the new animal shit. There's the Air Griffin stuff, the t-shirts and shorts, and
Yeah.
there's those limited edition Air Forces.
Yeah. Let's pull those up.
Yeah, I got mine on right now.
Oh shit. Yeah, you do.
Yep,
So that's the front there, showing the back.
yep.
Cool.
Yeah, we talked about this last time, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm super stoked to be like representing Chicago and Animal all in one, and like the fact that it's their 23rd anniversary and they're dipping into the Michael Jordan stuff and going Bulls colors, like it's really sick.
Yeah. It's a cool look.
Yeah, it's super sick.
Awesome. And
Oh,
yeah.
uh, you worked on the frame graphic, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know how much we're allowed to say yet, but yeah.
Oh, Howard said I could say frames are
Okay,
coming.
cool. Hell yeah. Sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
frames are coming, and new hubs are coming.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm very excited about all that. I got to help out with it, so I'm even
Oh yeah.
egotistically even more excited. But
Yeah.
shout out to Howard.
I saw the stickers and he told me you designed them. I was super stoked.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that shit looks cool.
I'm just doing what he tells me. I'm just he gives me nice and easy direction, and he sets it up.
Hey,
I lay him down for him.
it looks good. I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait for that shit.
Yeah.
The frames are gonna be so sick.
Yeah. I'm fucking hella pumped on the hubs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he hooked me up with some animal hubs a while back, and they're good. But I'm just really
Plastic
excited.
hub guards.
Yeah, plastic, especially in the front. It's like
Yep.
sick. I used to have plastic. I had plastic hub guards way before I ever had plastic pegs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too. I think I had the G Sport ones where you zip tie them on.
Mm-hmm. They were cool.
Those were my first plastic cup guards way back in the day.
It's a great idea and concept, It's like,
oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Like you don't get. That's where the bulk of the friction is.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you get like the side pressure and the top pressure. That's like you need it to be buttery right there.
You gotta stay grinding out there, folks.
Oh yeah, stay grinding. But yeah, I guess stay tuned for that stuff, and just shout out everyone that supports me, all the homies at home, my girlfriend, everybody.
Awesome.
And thank you. Yeah, shout out to you for having me on. And
of course, dude.
It's
my pleasure. I love talking about shit, especially like BMX stuff that's not super well known about, I mean, this stuff's a little bit underground, and there's still stuff I didn't even know about, man. I got a whole list of stuff here to check out,
Yeah.
Chicken Waffles 1, 2, and 3.
I feel like I like underground. That's my shit. That's where I draw like all my inspiration from. Mm-hmm. And it was sick to like show you my stuff and then like have you see you like go down the rabbit hole of the whole like Chicago scene that people don't really know about.
No, yeah, it's a whole well of it. It's like, it's its own little book of crazy stuff, and it sounds like there's a lot more to uncover there.
Yeah, and when you get through all the waffles and all the roast video, check out Street Vacation.
That's right.
That's Alex Deliba's video, and it's really good.
I might have watched it once, but
it
doesn't hurt to watch it a second time to make sure.
Chris Zidek has a part in that video, and Chris Zidek is really sick. He's a 2-peg rider, and
all right,
I think
my interest is peaked. Stuff. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He actually is one of the guys that I like ride with the most locally here in Chicago. Mm-hmm. We live like a couple blocks away from each other. It's sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it fresh with your friends,
Yes, sir.
You got friends that ride different stuff. That's all good.
Hell yeah. But, well, all right, man. I'm gonna get some dinner.
Absolutely, dude. Thanks again. I really appreciate your patience and let me take up more time from you. But I swear to God, this one's recorded.
Okay, sweet.
All right, man.
Yeah, dude, not a problem. It was fun.
Hell yeah. All right, I'll send you a link then later.
Sick. Sounds good.
All right, man. Peace.